Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Phil and I back for the third episode of Cape Talk. And this week, we're going to be talking about Wonder Woman first, and then I have some Black Lightning news to share with you guys. So, Phil, you've read the reviews, right?
Yeah, the embargoes went up for the Wonder Woman reviews, the official reviews. We had the social media embargo lift last week, and we talked a little bit about that. But this is the full-fledged reviews. All the outlets have released their Variety, THR, all them stuff, IGN, and really they're all been very good reviews. Just like the social media impressions, it's already certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whatever that means these days.
Yeah, it was it 95%, I think.
Yeah.
It's like supposedly the highest, rated Rotten Tomatoes superhero movie.
Wait, really?
It's definitely for DC. Definitely
for DC. For sure, yeah.
I don't remember if it was for Marvel too, but 95% is pretty good. Especially with DC's lackluster other movies.
Right.
But definitely everything's been good.
I mean, one negative thing I saw was the Guardians review, and it was like plagued by the same problems that dragged down the other DC films: over earnestness and like crazy special effects, messy, wildly implausible plot.
Implausible plot about Amazons and demigods. Implausible. Okay.
What promised to be a glass ceiling smashing blockbuster actually looks more like a future camp classic. Like
campy? Like they're calling it campy? That's interesting. I've heard similar things where it's like 3/4 of the movie is really good, and like I don't know if it's like the last quarter of it gets a little messy.
Yeah.
Like it seems like there's like a big, obviously with these superhero movies, you got the big climax, big battles.
Right.
And so I kind of expect that. I don't think it's a spoiler if we say like the villain.
Ares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we were presuming that we're gonna have a big showdown between these two god-like beings. But yeah, one interesting social media thing I read last week. I forgot who it was. But anyway, they said where it's really good, but you can see where Zack Snyder and his influence was in the movie.
How's that?
I don't know. Like they didn't go into it.
You wouldn't know, yeah.
Like we couldn't see it. We didn't see it. Like I guess in their review of it, which I didn't get to read yet, that was only their social media expression.
I see.
Like 140 characters. You
That's
do on
what.
Twitter.
Yeah, that's the only they were allowed to react to.
Yeah. So it was just like I guess it was more. Damn, I forgot. I think it was Alicia Grassa. I think I butchered that name. But I follow her, so she's really good. She said, like, you can tell Zack Snyder's influence in the movie. And I don't know if it's the stylistic, very visual that Zack Snyder is. But, yeah, I mean, the movie comes out today.
Yeah.
Thursday. By the time we're recording this, is Thursday, June 1st. So people will be able to see it tonight. Yep. Definitely this weekend. I'm definitely going to see it this weekend.
The last movie I saw was Logan, and it was so cute because I was sitting in the theater, and there was this little girl and her dad next to me.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman trailer came on, and she's like, "Daddy, can you take me to go see it?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" I almost started like tearing up. I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cute." But those trailers where she's like jumps down on her knees and like slides on the ground and just like slays, and I'm just like, "Whoa, these action scenes are about to be."
Yeah, Gal Gadot, I remember when they first cast her in, like, the first pictures, like, 2 San Diego Comic-Cons ago, maybe 3 San Diego Comic-Cons ago, leading up to Batman vs. Superman. Like, people were like, oh, she don't have the look.
Right.
She's not bulky enough, she's too thin. But, as time progressed, I kind of, like, was like, no, she's pretty good.
Right.
Like, definitely, I loved her in Batman vs. Superman.
She was, like, a solid part of that movie.
And I think pretty much every review, like, praised her, for the most part, her rendition of Wonder Woman. So like I said, I loved her in Batman vs. Superman. I think she held her own against, Ben Affleck and Superman. Henry Cavill. There you go. So I presume that's just going to carry over into this. And from the trailers, very comedic, it's very her own. She made it her own. She's not a very solemn character as she was in Batman vs. Superman. She's very naive because it's her origin for the most part. So I look forward to that. Chris Pine, who plays, oh my god, I'm terrible with names. Steve Trevor. Yeah. This is why we're a duo. I'm terrible with names this morning.
You have the actors' names down. I can't remember the actors'
names. Well, you give them the characters' names.
Yeah.
So Chris Pine is getting a lot of love in this one. So
he's just irresistibly charming. I don't know, whatever he does.
Well, he's Kirk, right? So
yeah.
You have to be if you want to be Kirk. So I mean, he's pretty good. Outside of Kirk, what has he done? Chris Pine. He's done some comedies, like romantic comedies. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, this is like really. I always see like the same character with Chris Pine, so I'm just gonna be interested to see him in this role.
I'm interested to see how these male characters react to such like, because Gal Gadot, she has her presence, and especially as Wonder Woman is very, you know, and I'm wondering to see how these like men react to her, you know, in the movie. Like how those social interactions go, because we haven't really seen that, you know, a character of her caliber.
I'm interested to see the chemistry between the two of them. It seems like Chris Pine is very easy to have chemistry with. He's very cool and you know,
right.
Almost like a Chris Pratt, I guess.
Yeah.
All the Chris's. So, yeah, I mean, the movie's coming out this weekend. We're gonna see it. A bunch of us are gonna go see it.
Yeah.
So definitely look out for episode 4 next week when we're gonna just break down that movie for sure.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's gonna be like just as good as like Logan. I don't know. In
a different way though.
A completely different way, but like Logan was so unique and fresh, and I'm hoping. I'm
hoping for like Iron Man level, the number one, like the origin, like that was a perfect origin to me. Yeah. Like I'm hoping for like a great origin on this one because it really hasn't been told.
Right.
You know, this is her first movie. We got the TV show, but this is really her first movie, and hopefully flesh out like the Amazons and that world and that corner of the DCU.
Right.
Before we throw her back into Justice League.
Yeah, I'm hoping there aren't too many, like, I hope they just stray away from, like, Easter egg cameo-ish things. It's just, like, leave it, you know, how it is.
I feel like we're going to get a lot still.
You think so?
Yeah. I feel like we're going to get, like, if it takes place in World War One, right?
Yeah.
If it takes place during World War One,
the beginning relates to Batman, right?
How so?
I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it was a spoilery thing, but like the beginning, she sends some letter to like Bruce. I don't know.
Oh, maybe how it's formatted, where it's like it's the present,
right,
and then it goes back into the past.
It's a timeline thing, yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense, like because you have to kind of bridge the gap between Batman versus Superman and Justice League.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how much flashbacks there'll be too. Like how much of it is Gal Gadot, like
in the past,
right? And how much is it training and her growing up as a kid? So
okay, I see what you're saying. Like, it's gonna jump around for sure.
That's in the trailers. There's a lot of
you see the little girl who's supposed to be her. Mm-hmm. I don't think we'll have a lot of that when she's a little girl. Yeah, I think we'll get a good 40% of her on Amazon. With Themyscira, and going to find Chris Pine, landing there,
right,
and I'm going to England, I think it is.
Yeah.
So, it's
we'll
gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I know, really, just like we don't know because it's like so many unknowns. Like I wish we got to see it. We haven't gotten to see it yet, but
I haven't read on it that much either. Like, I don't know. I haven't been covering as like all the other big news sites. They're just like it's just trailer after trailer, but like.
I mean, not even like even. Preparing for this episode, we're just like, I don't want to spoil myself.
Well, also, I feel like someone wrote a story about it too, where the marketing for it felt like less significant than other DC movies.
Yeah, people have been saying that for a while.
But I don't know if that's necessarily true. You know?
I don't think it's true. I think they were just waiting on Guardians to get their stuff out the way. Mm-hmm. And then I've seen a lot of Wonder Woman lately. Yeah. So I think
it's everywhere in New York City. The posters are everywhere.
Yeah. So they were just waiting for Guardians just to have their run. They've been out for like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks now. So it's just like, okay, you guys are done. It's our turn.
It's also like, who isn't gonna go watch? Like, you know, like you don't need to be convinced.
I know. Like, I guess that's just for the people who are casual. Right. Like, oh, Wonder Woman. Okay.
Guardians is more of like a commercialized Disney, like, you know, kind of.
Well, it's a sequel, so people who saw the first one, which were a lot, and more people saw it. This one, so it's just like, oh, I remember the first one. Let's go see the second one. This one's just like Wonder Woman's the first one. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's not Wonder Woman 2. It's not any sequel, you know, franchise.
Damn, Wonder Woman 2. Like tonight at like midnight, there are gonna be articles. Those like Wonder Woman 2, like predictions. So? Like I'm just like, can you just like wait? Like, can we just wait on that? Like, I didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Yeah.
There was one in Suicide Squad.
We can't have this argument on this episode. What? How you love Suicide Squad.
We're not having that.
We can't get into that.
Okay, hold on a second. What were we talking about? Oh, you want to talk about Suicide Squad or something?
Oh, I know. I mentioned Suicide Squad. I was like, I can't even mention this because
No. We're not talking about Suicide Squad.
No,
I was just mentioning Suicide Squad because they had a post credits.
Oh no, I mean we can't get into the argument because you like Suicide Squad.
I did like Suicide Squad.
I hated Suicide Squad, so I was saying we can't get into
No,
that today.
that'll be a whole different.
Yeah, that could be like a debate
when Suicide Squad 2 comes out. Anyway. So you wanted to talk about Black Lightning, the CW show.
I do because I went to this really cool comic book convention in Philadelphia. It was actually right outside Temple campus where I went to school, so it was kind of a throwback to go there because the Black Lightning creator, Tony Isabella, and Black Panther creator Don McGregor won an award, like Lifetime Achievement Awards for creating Black Panther.
What's the name of the convention?
It's abbreviated ECBOC. It's East Coast Age of Black Comics Convention.
Nice.
So it's celebrate. Yeah, I got that right. Yeah.
No wonder they abbreviated it.
So it's actually like one of the first Black comic book conventions like ever. And it's been going on for like I think it's like 13 years now. And it's like a really community-based event. It's pretty small, and it's not like any other comic convention I've ever been to. It's really intimate. Like, I didn't even have a chance to, like, whip out my laptop or, like, barely be on my phone because people were, like, chatting, and it was super, like...
laid back,
yeah. It was just,
like
a
comic,
chilling with your friends.
Yeah,
like, it was, like, yeah. So, I actually got a chance to talk to Tony Isabella a lot about Black Lightning because the trailer had come out the day before, and, he was just telling me his reactions. He loved the costumes. He loved the acting picks. And what else did he tell me?
He was telling you, like, because it's on the site, it's on iDigi. You spoke to him, like you said, and you asked if he had any input on the...
Oh, yeah. I mean, he said that he read a script when it was at Fox, and he liked it because it was, like, real-world edgy, and they kept... I think his quote is, like... They kept some of my smart-ass lines in there because he says, like, he liked that about the character, and he was saying he liked that there was a piece of him still in, like, you know, the tone of the character. Yeah. And one thing he wants to shine through in the series is Black Lightning's value of responsibility, like not wanting to be a hero but wanting to be a hero. And he went on this little like not tangent. It was a good point about how a lot of heroes are like self-absorbed. And he's not into creating those kind of characters. He wants to create characters that don't want to be a hero but feel like they have to for like the better of, you know, there's a lot of heroes that have that mindset too, but nowadays there is like Barry Allen. I don't know. Like
I mean we spoke about, I think it was the first episode actually, we spoke about the trailer.
Yeah.
And how the Black Lightning dynamic is like he has family.
Right.
Like he has a family. He's an older guy.
40s.
He's in the 40s in the show?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like in his 40s. He has a kid who's in high school, I think, right?
He has two kids. One I think is in high school. Maybe one's in college and out of school.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So that dynamic is something we don't really see in these shows anyway, because everyone's kind of youngish, and he has a responsibility, like Isabella said, where it's just, you know, he's a superhero to make the world a better place for his kids,
right?
And not just because I want to be a hero,
right?
You know, like Iron Man or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
It looks pretty gritty, that trailer, because you see him, like, bloody in the bathtub or whatever.
You didn't like it, right? You said?
No, I liked it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. I was just like, oh, this is very Luke Cagey, because I was watching Luke Cage at the time.
Yeah, that's what he mentioned. He's like, yeah, like, blame Black Lightning on Luke Cage. He's like, I don't know if Black Lightning could have been picked up if Luke Cage didn't, like, break Netflix, basically. Yeah. Like, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, it's great to see that. And it's going to be on CW also, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I asked him about, like, the mid-season premiere placement, because like a lot of fans were kind of upset about that, but Tony Isabella was like, I don't think that matters anymore these days, especially with like streaming services, and he's like, that's not really an issue anymore as much as it used to be.
Yeah, we brought up like iZombie shows up in the middle,
right?
We're gonna have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. next year, are gonna show up in the middle.
Yeah.
So
and on a Friday, what show's going to a Friday?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yeah,
and Inhumans.
Yeah.
But I feel like it benefits them because then that you're not gonna get 20 something episodes anymore.
Right. So,
as we saw on Netflix, people like to digest 13 episodes,
especially with an origin. I mean, like Black Lightning. I think Legends of Tomorrow season 1 wasn't as strong as it could have been, and it's actually funny. in my opinion, like a lot of people will tell you differently.
Yeah.
But it's funny because Tony Isabella was like, yeah, like they never shot a Black Lightning pilot. All of that footage from the trailer was like taken from a 12-minute presentation video. And then he was like, when they told me that, he was like, oh, I was worried that meant that was a bad thing, that they like didn't film a pilot. But then I guess a CW person told him that like Legends was pitched and sold on like a picture of the cast and like a description. And I was like,
the way these shows are getting picked up and the movies making bank.
Yeah.
Like, I think every network wants one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, FX has like a Legion. They're gonna have New Mutants also, right?
Right.
FX. We're gonna have Cloak and Dagger on the Freeform network. You know, Supergirl was on CBS for a while. We had Constantine on NBC. We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC.
Runaways
CW.
coming on Hulu.
Hulu, there you go. With Netflix series.
Right.
You know, everyone wants a piece of the superhero pie.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, really? You have an established showrunner? Do you have this,
right.
and this? Oh, I got, like with Legion, not Legion, Legends of Tomorrow, you have a picture, a concept art, really,
right.
of just people like, oh, I can see this. Okay, good, we're good.
yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what was it? It was the Deadpool movie, right? It was dead in the water until someone leaked out that test footage.
Yep.
And everyone was like, oh my God, this is exactly how it should be. And now we got Deadpool, and we're getting Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds even said, like, oh, thank God for that person to leak that out.
Right.
So people just want to more and more. Because there's so many great characters, so many great stories to tell. It's like, just keep giving us more and more and more.
Right.
We have the print, but, not a lot of people want to have that.
Yeah.
It's expensive anyway, so that's just that's my little rant on that one.
But yeah,
anything else he said?
Yeah, he said he thinks Tobias Whale is going to be the villain, which makes sense because like that was in the comics. But then he also said fans have been a lot talking about the Outsiders and like Metamorpho specifically, and it came up because he was talking about how he doesn't want Static to be in the series because like, then they're both great characters, and then Static would be reduced to some sidekick, and,
especially with same power
right,
set.
Yeah. And it's also, to be fair, like, Black Lightning came before Static, and the only reason we all love Static is because the WB series, Black Lightning, I think, definitely inspired Static, how that character was developed.
Yeah, I bet it was.
And it could have, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking incorrectly, but it could have had to do with, like, the rights issues that Tony Isabella and, like, DC were kind of in, like, having issues with.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he like lost rights to the character or got, so.
I mean, we hear about those all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Where there's a documentary about Batman's creator.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's Kane. I forgot his name. Terrible name.
Oh, I saw that. I saw a few minutes of that the other day.
Yeah,
actually.
and then like they finally like gave the other guy his due, and you can see it now.
Right.
In like all these DC things, but like, oh, also this guy.
Right.
Like helped create it. I'm terrible at names, sorry guys. But we get that all the time where it's just like back in the day you didn't have, the rights to your intellectual property.
Right.
And a lot has changed these days, but back then it wasn't that way. So people who created these iconic characters don't have any say in what happens to them.
Yeah.
Or get any money, really, for a lot of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So
he seemed to have a good attitude about it, and he was like, yeah, it's a new thing for like the series to have to keep in touch with the original creators, and he's like, him and DC, like, he's doing another comic book, Black Lightning comic book, so clearly like everything is like better now. like I don't know,
everything's copacetic.
Yeah,
I'm sure they must have gave him something. They need to give him a creator credit.
Yeah.
Also, so maybe he'll get some royalties from that.
Yeah, but yeah, so he mentioned, Tony as well, was like, yeah, I'd love to see Metamorpho, like, later. Do you know anything about...
Yeah, the Metamorpho's an interesting
the Outsiders,
character.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, he was... If you guys are familiar with, like, the Justice League cartoon, he had, like, a little mini arc in that one, too, where this character is pretty much, chemical-based... he got chemicals dumped on him for the most part, and he can pretty much take the properties of any chemical.
So it's like an elemental...
Yeah, so you see his... Like, if you look... Google search Metamorpho DC Comics, you'll see like he's like white face and orange and purple and there's like different things. So he can take the properties of different chemicals. So he can like turn into a puddle or make strong steel and stuff like that. So he's an interesting character.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to pull off on TV. That's hard.
The Flash has been doing some crazy ass CGI stuff.
Yeah, but this is like, I'm gonna stretch my body.
Yeah, that's
I don't know,
true.
that's kind of hard. I mean, I guess
realistic.
ABC has done it well.
Yeah.
Like, Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like broke their budget, sort of thing.
Right.
So, I mean, it'd be great to see him because The Outsiders is it's a very interesting group. It's like they're like, Batman took these anti-heroes kind of thing and just like put them out there like, yeah, go deal with stuff.
Right. But Black Lightning wasn't.
I bet you he
was yeah, and one of his daughters are superheroes too, Thunder and Lightning, and one of them, I think, yeah.
Well, like Metamorpho's in it. A lot of people, I forgot his name. He's like an Earth elemental kind of guy. Like he manipulates Earth. He's a big part of that. There's some like iconic outsiders.
Yeah.
And I guess Black Lightning is part of that team. He's a lineage of that. So
right.
A lot of people enjoyed it because Batman's little team. It's like, here, go on and do.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so anything else you said? Anything else?
I just thought something. I forgot what it was. Oh! I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think? Because Black Lightning showed up in like the final episode of Young Justice season 2 or whatever. Like, do you think he'll be included in that still, or like, do you think they're just gonna for Young Justice season 3? You think they're just gonna?
Who's this? Static? You said? Or
Black both Lightning? Of them were in it. Both of them. Remember?
Static for sure was in it. He was one
Black
of those...
Lightning was like the mentor to Static or whatever. They had the
I'm sure they'll like kind of have like a cameo.
Yeah.
Especially now that he's gonna have his own show and be like, oh yeah, Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like Young Justice season 3 is like a whole other thing.
I know, yeah.
It's just like,
but like that's
holy
what.
crap.
Well, that's the most recent time we've like seen both.
Black Lightning, yeah, Static Shock too, yeah. And
like
in a different with Static Shock, like those group of kids. I don't know if they gave them a name on the show. I don't know if you remember, but it was Static. It was the Native American kid who was like part of the Super Friends.
Yep. Yeah.
So it was like so interesting to see like these different like incarnations of these characters with different origins because it's a different universe.
Right.
So it was really cool. But yeah.
But yeah, that's about. I mean, well, he mentioned crossovers, and I think I may have mentioned that he doesn't really want that to happen in the first season.
Yeah. No. I mean, I could see that because especially if he's gonna do his own thing, and they say he's not gonna have any part of the Arrowverse.
It seems like they're going pretty close to his origin story in the comics.
That's good.
Like, pretty damn close.
Because if you want people to go read the comics, you would kind of want that at least sort of close.
Well, this new comic, he said, is actually going to have significant changes from what like the series is and what we've known Static to be so far. Like the youngest he's ever been has no kids in the new comic. He's like, yeah, we're not doing the Tobias Whale Kingpin wannabe. Okay. Like they're changing up the character. Okay. So yeah, it should be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see how, I see like Chris Claremont is like one of my favorite writers, and he did X-Men for a long time, and his '90s run on X-Men is like really really good.
Right.
But he was like a product of his time because he wrote something similar, like something recent. I mean, for X-Men for Marvel, and it just was very.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's him.
Right.
But it doesn't fit well into today's comic books, where it's just like. He's very wordy in what he writes. It's like his speech bubbles are huge, like so much dialogue, and it's just like, oh, I worked back then,
right?
But it's just like now you need to have a lot more action and the very subtle stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how Isabella's gonna tackle that since he's been writing in comics for so long.
Yeah.
So I mean,
all I know is his energy is through the roof. He's so excited. He's That's like good. He's so excited. He was. Post on Twitter, he's like, yeah, the Ekbach Lifetime Achievement Award is like the proudest thing, so, it should be good.
Yeah, so, that's Black Lightning.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a release date yet. We'll probably get one in San Diego.
Not an exact release date, but like it's gonna premiere sometime.
2018, right?
I'd assume that means January. I want to say because usually that's when the mid-season stuff.
Yeah, because normally the mid-season finales of.
Or
Arrow
first
and
week
Flash,
December?
Or like last week in November.
Yeah, even that.
Like right before Thanksgiving, I think they stop. So I don't think they want anything new for the holidays. I don't think they do. So I say January. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not gonna wait until one of those shows are over.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. Maybe Legends is over by then, but that's about it. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
Another CW DC show. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down to give it a try.
Unique, different, like.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
A show that we really don't give enough time to is Gotham.
Oh my god. I know.
I mean,
I feel bad. Like, I genuinely feel bad. I should probably watch it.
I watched 3/4 of the first season.
Yeah.
Where they lost me when they had a huge hiatus. And I don't know why they had a hiatus. They had like a month. It was like a month and a half out of the blue. And they just lost me because I was just like, well, I don't know when it's coming back, so whatever.
Yeah.
And it was okay. Like, if you take it for what it is and not try to think too much of it as a Batman show, it is fine. Like, it's very Gordon heavy, James Gordon heavy, where it's like it revolved around him more than anything. And you can't really think of it as, oh, this is Bruce Wayne's origin story. No, this is the origin story of Gotham City. And so from what I watched of it, it was okay. Was it something I needed to watch every week? No.
Yeah.
It felt like a chore at times? Yes. So I stopped. And I heard, like, my brother watches it still, and he says, no, it gets really crazy and good. And I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Like, we're on season 4, I think.
Got doing something right.
So they're doing something right on the Fox, of all places, on a Monday night. It works.
That's hard.
I see it trending on Twitter a lot, so they must have some crazy stuff going on. So it's interesting. It's a Batman show, so people want to gravitate, oh, this is about Batman, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Why don't you watch it?
I watched it, and, I can't remember where I left off. I want to say I made it, like, 3/4 away for season 1. It was just a little bit... The villains are really...
One note.
They're not one note. They're just really, like, high and, like, intense. And, like, it's a little bit difficult. There's no, like, laughable points. It's really not, like, a uplifting series. It's not like, whoa, look at that, like, streak of, like, red, like, flashing through the city. Like, it's, it's not... There's nothing really bright about the show. And I think that's what kind of turned me off to it. I maybe have to binge it because I'm not watching it before bed. Like, like, it's just it's just too grim almost.
Yeah, it's like very down to earth because obviously Batman. It's got, it's very noir and very gritty. That's the best way I can put it. And they're very grounded villains.
Right.
They're Batman villains.
Yeah.
So, it's very Arrow in a way, because Arrow in the first season especially was very grounded in, like, no metahumans, and it's just normal gangsters and stuff like that. So this is very much like that, but there's no superhero. There's no Batman.
Right.
So it's just the cops.
Which is what I liked about it. I liked the 3 main characters, like, the at that time, they were all children, Bruce, the girl, I forget her.
Or Selena Kyle.
Yeah, and, Catwoman, and, Gordon,
Gordon.
I liked the 3 characters, but it was just like it was whenever like some kind of problem came, it was like it seemed like he was always Gordon was always visiting like the club with that weird what's his name, that actor's name who plays like the crazy guy like every time.
Who's this?
The brutal one who just like murders people left and right on Gotham in the first season with like the hair, like the greasy hair or whatever.
You're talking about the Penguin guy.
Yeah, Penguin. I feel like maybe it was just some Penguin heavy episodes, but like he was dying and then he was chopping off. It was like there was blood everywhere. Like everywhere I looked, it was like someone was getting.
I like the guy's performance. Forgive me, I don't know his
phenomenal
name,
performance.
But him as the Penguin is really good.
Yeah.
Like his origin. Like Jada Pinkett Smith on it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's Fish Mooney.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's a focal point of season 1 and going forward, really.
Right.
And it's just like, I don't know.
Is she still in it?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if she left and came back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. She's very heavy in a lot of these episodes. Like, she eats up a lot of screen. I don't know. She's good, but I don't know. I guess too much focus is on her.
Yeah.
When there's so many other, like, Falcone and all these crazy other guys around. I don't know. It just does nothing for me.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm not, like, the greatest Batman fan. Like, I like Batman, but it's just, like, I'm not into his lore like that, so... It's interesting to see, like, the origin, like, the Riddler. You see the Riddler there. You see Poison Ivy there. You see a bunch of people, like, they're going to be something one day.
Yeah.
Will we ever get to that point? I don't know, because the kids...
They're so young.
The bad part about it is, like, making Batman that young is, like, he needs to go through a bunch of his stuff, and a lot of the origins of his villains are tied to Batman.
Right.
So it's just like, no, you can't have one without the other. You're going to have this person be created, but Batman's still a kid. It's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me.
Yeah.
But there's like an interesting theory going around, like it's recent. CBR had it. Someone on CBR wrote that Gotham is not based on Earth 1 or Earth Prime, as we all think of it.
Yeah.
And
Earth 3, like where Jay Garrick's
yeah.
from?
Yeah, hold on one second. I should refresh it. Okay. Woohoo. All right. Anyway, so
I wonder
little technical difficulty. So yeah, CBR has this crazy fan theory and speculation on Gotham, where they believe Gotham actually doesn't take place on Earth Prime. It takes place on Earth 3, which is the Earth of like Owlman,
right?
Which is that Earth's version of Batman, which is a very murderous Batman.
I mean,
That's
owls are freaking scary.
I mean, in this version of Earth 3, like when we had DC Comics' New 52, Earth 3 was like everyone was like all the villains were good and all the heroes are bad for the most part. Like Ultraman and Superwoman were Superman and Wonder Woman's respectively, and they were just evil and murderous. And Owlman was just like that, but he was a little kinder than them because, you know. So they put together like Court of Owls, and you know they just put the origins together like that, and it's like this is probably Owlman's origin and not Batman's origin. And it could because everyone's bad people. Like even Gordon, who's supposed to be really a good guy, murders people and stuff like that. Just straight up kills people. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
So I would give the creators so much credit if from the get, Gotham was always supposed to be on Earth 3 and this was Owlman and not Batman. I would give them so much credit because...
You would watch it.
Yeah, you would be like, I would really go back and watch it. Because I would just be like, oh man, this is not just Batman. This is someone we don't really see.
Yeah.
Because we get Batman all the time. Right. How many iterations of Batman do we have?
I mean, you got me at Owl. Like, I'm a big fan of owls. Like, I don't know anything about Owlman, but...
Yeah, I mean, the Court of Owls was really crazy. That's a good storyline in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to pick up something Batman, that arc is really good.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I glanced at a story that was like how Gotham could cross over with DC TV, and like because it's at Earth 3, that's where Jay Garrick's from, and now that I'm putting it together, that's maybe why that clickbait article was like, this is how Gotham could. It was definitely a piece of clickbait, which is why I didn't click on it.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
like that's probably they took a quote from whatever theory and was like, oh, this is how it could do. You know?
I mean, it makes sense because if it is on Earth 3, or maybe they don't make it Earth 3 in Gotham, it's Earth 33, right? Yeah. But it's supposed to be Earth 3.
Right.
And then they say, oh, we can cross over with them because there's like 52 Earths. Yeah. So it could be one of those.
Well, maybe not after this Flash thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we won't get back into that. No. But it's, it would be really cool if we get like a time skip in Gotham where he's older already.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I mean, the kid's good. He's a good actor. And I've seen him in other things since. So good for him for getting work. But it's just like, no, he needs to be older already.
Yeah.
And like Selena Kyle needs to be older. They switched like Poison Ivy. It was a little girl.
Oh really?
And then like they changed her. They took out the actress and put in a woman. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, so they were like, oh, they explained it like she got her powers and she became a woman now.
I mean that worked. I mean,
you know what I mean? I mean it's comic book. It's TV.
Good. Yeah.
But it's just weird because it's like, okay, you just made this girl into a woman.
Yeah.
Just because Poison Ivy needs to be like seductress.
Yeah.
Because it's part of her character.
That's too funny.
I don't know.
That's too funny.
Now, people made a big deal about that, which I understand.
For continuity purposes?
Not even that. It's just like, oh, why did you have to age her up?
Yeah.
You know, couldn't they just age with everyone else?
Age her up like The Sims. Like,
yeah.
Age her up.
Just I'm gonna...
10
years. Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna just, fast track it 10 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe one day we'll watch Gotham.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back and see if anything crazy really happens.
Usually it happens if I get like pneumonia or I get sick or something for a week, and I'll just watch Gotham,
I mean, I'm too behind on everything else.
Yeah.
So I need to watch Iron Fist still.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I need to just for myself. I've seen a couple episodes, so I'm just like, I need to just get through it.
Skip to the last 3 episodes. If you didn't like Luke Cage that much, I'm very curious to see your reaction to it.
It probably will be like, it's not as bad as everyone says it is.
If you thought Luke Cage was slow.
It was very slow.
Okay. Well, you're going to have problems, okay?
And I was upset when, this is not spoilers because this show's been out for a long time, when Cottonmouth died.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
You were. I mean,
like
it was
I don't mind him.
abrupt.
I don't mind him dying.
Yeah.
I mind him dying with like 6-7 episodes to go. I go, yo, he was the villain for this amount of time.
Yeah.
You could have just let him
chill.
at least till like 3 episodes left or something, and then you bring in Diamondback or whatever. I don't know. Diamondback was kind of lame.
Really? You thought so?
He was kind of lame to me.
I loved his acting. I thought of that.
His acting was fine. It was very over the top.
Yeah.
I get that. And I guess they try to, like, shoehorn, oh, he's my half-brother.
I mean, that's the one solid critique of Luke Cage, is the two villain abruptness thing. But, you know, I didn't mind it that much, I have to say.
I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of when he died, it was like a whoa.
Yeah.
But then when I saw how many episodes were left, I would go, why? Like,
Yeah.
he didn't even get a showdown with Luke or nothing like that. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, how do you have
know.
a showdown with Luke? Like, he's gonna kick your ass.
I don't know. He blew up with a rocket launcher.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you could have done
a
something
rocket,
crazy.
you have to bring a rocket launcher
Why
to the
not?
freaking battle.
Well, my cousin, I was watching this with my cousin the other day, and he was telling me, he saw it before me, and he was like, my one critique was, this dude is bulletproof. What can you do to him?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's not engaging enough for me, because it's like, all these gangsters, all he can do is shoot you, and
Right.
you can't even do that. So
Yeah.
well, he could just go in anywhere and just beat everyone up.
Mm-hmm.
What's the fun in that? Where there's no, there's no drama, there's no nothing.
There is,
Conflict.
because he doesn't want to be in that position.
No, I get that, but
Yeah.
then when he finally gets into it, it's like, what's the point? Like, he's
mean-
just going through everybody.
I mean, I think that's gonna change, because, like,
I mean, they introduced, like, the Judas bullets or whatever it's called. I
yeah,
think it was the Judas bullets. And then Diamondback with his, like, crazy hammer suit.
right. I mean, that's not exactly what I think, like, the Defender... Luke's not the kind of hero that is, like, looking for a fight, though. So it's like, yeah, you could say that about him, but, like, Luke's not going out of his way to kick anyone's ass. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, towards the end he was.
Well, because he had to.
Towards the end he was like, well, I gotta save Harlem.
Well, he has no choice, but, like, on the average day, if someone's, like, robbing a store, chances are Luke isn't going to kick their ass, he's just going to kick them out.
Well, he instigated it by going into that house.
Yeah.
That apartment in, like, episode 4 or whatever that was.
Yeah, but that was, like, he was new to it, you know what I mean?
He went in and was like, I'm just gonna steal everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, like, okay, you just started a war. it's like, it's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, because this guy died, right?
He's kind which guy?
Pops.
Yeah,
Because he
Pops.
died. That's why he did it. Probably.
Yeah, emotional.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
I know, it has been very long. But I think The Defenders is gonna really clear.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm really, really, really looking forward to it.
Well, I bring up Iron Fist because Finn Jones, the guy who played Iron Fist, was like, "We're gonna have a season 2 announcement." Very
Oh
soon."
yeah, I was like,
And I'm like,
I bet
did
you
we,
are.
Did we even get a Luke Cage season 2 announcement?
yeah. That came like right after. Yeah.
Did we?
Oh yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Then we're gonna get it till like 2019, because this year we got Defenders. We still don't have the Punisher show still.
Well, yeah, that's coming later. This
No, they said we're only gonna do two Marvel shows a year.
No,
Didn't
they said 2018 for Punisher.
Okay, yeah, so that's 2018 is Punisher.
Probably
and then,
early, like March.
So it's gonna be Punisher and then Daredevil 3,
Yeah,
and then Jessica Jones 2 in 2019.
which they're already filming.
2019.
Yeah.
And then
No, Jessica Jones too. I feel like that's gonna. You know what I think?
They're gonna have 3. In
I don't
2018?
think so. I think that 2 a year was decided before the Punisher, and I think they're just throwing Punisher in like bonus material. Like here,
Is this
not
gonna
gonna
happen
be
this
in
year?
the count. Punisher, like before the Christmas.
Yeah, like after, because Defenders is in what year? 1 month.
August, late August.
So yeah, you can get November.
That's true. They are
Luke
done
Cage was in
filming.
November.
Yeah. It wasn't.
I feel like it was. Was it September?
I think maybe it was September. Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, like-
For some reason I felt like we were to New York Comic Con before it came out,
Yeah. Oh wait.
and that was in October.
Oh my. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
I feel it was in November.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did because we. Did we? No,
didn't
we
do
saw.
any-
No, we saw Iron Fist footage.
No, you're right.
Not
'Cause
Luke Cage
was
footage.
already over.
Yeah, Luke Cage was over.
So it wasn't
It was
September.
Iron Fist. Yeah.
It was in September.
I was so excited for Iron Fist then. Damn. That sucks.
You were we were hyped after.
Wait,
After
wait.
that, here's a little thing. We went to New York Comic Con last year. We went to the panel for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Right, we got in. kudos to you
Thank
for getting
for
us
God
in.
for getting in.
Kudos for you to getting us in. We got in. We got a whole thing with Iron Fist in the cast.
Mm-hmm.
We got some cool footage, and it was like, oh, we were all hyped for that. And then we got the entire Defenders came out. Every single one of them.
Every single Defender.
It was nuts. And then they announced
Punisher.
Oh yeah, he showed up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up right afterwards. Cause then we that was when it was revealed that what's her name from Daredevil?
Sigourney Weaver.
No.
Oh, Madame Gao.
No, the girl he was like kind of dating.
Oh, shit! What is her name? The red hair.
Yeah, the red hair tall woman who was like their assistant.
I feel terrible now.
Karen Page. Karen Page. We found out that she wouldn't be in Daredevil. It doesn't seem like she's gonna be in Daredevil season 3, but she's gonna be with Punisher.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense considering season 2. So.
She's ride or die Punisher.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She might ride or die on
she
Punisher.
Might, yeah.
On Punisher.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so yeah, we got that, and then we got all the Defenders come out.
Yep.
And then we got Sigourney Weaver as the villain.
And Eric LaRae Harvey, Diamondback.
Oh yeah, he came out.
Like,
They actually showed that clip when he first showed up and started killing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That was like when I hadn't even finished it yet. I was like, oh, that is spoiler for me. So when I finally got to it, like recently, I was like, "Oh yeah, I saw this at Comic-Con."
Yeah, it's crazy because like that panel is like before all like it was just weird seeing Finn because they had just finished filming. I think that day they all flew back for New York.
Well, because everything was in New York.
Yeah.
So it's like Finn Jones. They shot that in New York too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just finished like a week ago.
Right.
I remember, and the set photos for like Punisher were being done in New York.
Right.
Because I was telling you, I was like, imagine if Punisher was coming. Because he was filming in New York.
Right.
But it was unannounced that he was going to be there. Actually, he was going to be at New York Comic Con, but for something else.
Right.
Like a spotlight on him. Like from Walking Dead and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, he is totally showing up. And you're like, no, he's not. And I was like, yes, he is. And he showed up. So.
Yeah.
Point for Phil. There you go.
Point for Phil.
We're gonna have a in the thing
this account,
in the overlay soon.
Or I'll just get a big L on my face. Like. But
so I mean, Iron Fist season 2, whenever that comes out,
yeah,
who knows? After the season 1, after the bad press,
looking
forward to
what are you feeling if you're Finn Jones? It's just like
they don't need an Iron Fist season 2. They just need and they don't even need a Luke Cage season 2. You just need them both together.
This is true.
That's it.
This is true.
Iron Fist and Power Man, or Luke Cage and Iron Fist. That's all you need. You don't need a season 2 of Luke Cage. You don't need a season 2 of Iron Fist. Just the two of them, because they're like in the comics they're so good together. I
also think just Mike Coulter and Finn Jones like hanging out is just the prospect of that is like hilarious.
In the trailers, in the Defenders trailers, like everyone like just shitting on Iron Fist is like the best.
Well, it's just like I feel so bad for Finn because he's just like standing there like. He looks like a doofus. It's just like
it's really cool because like you see like the cool like photos and you see like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage just like straight up like
I know they're like
brawlers and then you see like Daredevil and Iron Fist like ready for martial arts because they know martial arts. It's funny. So I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to Defenders for sure.
I'm hoping that they'll remedies. You know,
I'm thinking about San Diego now.
The fight scenes. I was thinking, what about San Diego?
They might have a crazy panel.
On the Defenders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. I'd assume so.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Damn. Which one of us gets to go? No, I'm just kidding.
I hope we can get in. That'd be much cooler instead of just like having to wait online like I did 2 years ago for the DC TV panel.
Oh my god.
It was worth it. I was on that line for like 2 hours.
Oh damn.
Considering people stand online for days, I kind of got in pretty good, I feel.
I hate lines.
I do hate
lines. Like,
but like if you have nothing to do that day, get on that line. That'd be really cool to go and see because I feel like those Hall H things, like there's really limited press VIP stuff.
There is.
And you need to like know people.
Mm-hmm. I feel like these events are starting to like shift back focus to like the fans and like.
I hope so.
It's like fuck press, like.
I mean, I hope so, in the fact that a lot of fans deserve that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They pay good money.
A lot of
to
money.
go see these things, and most of the time we don't have to.
Yeah.
So, like, if we don't get into certain things, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as a lot of fans get to go.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I'm excited for San Diego.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we will be there.
Yes, we will. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, anything else did you hear about in the last week or so?
No, I mean, there's a lot of things going around.
Yeah.
But really with the summertime.
Dipped the last few weeks, so
A lot of dead stuff. I know, like Deathstroke wants his own show.
Oh yeah. I don't
Like,
know about that, but
not by himself. No.
yeah.
Like he needs to be in a team aspect. Show.
Just put him on Legend. I'm just kidding.
Put him on
like that would be terrible.
Put him
like,
on Legends? No. Kill Sarah. Sarah killer. Kill him.
Oh my god, I would love to see that again.
No, we just need to get a Black Siren on Legends.
Yeah, we do.
We've been saying that for weeks.
Oh
months.
my god. I really, yeah.
I hope that happens.
It
It could happen.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's set in stone. I think Stephen Amell's fun. Like he posted something that he was like, "Oh, this is the best vacation I've ever had."
Yeah.
And now tomorrow I'll start shooting again.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. Because if their premiere is in maybe October.
It is usually October.
So you need to start.
Really?
We're in June.
Really? That many episodes ahead?
In June.
I feel like they just finished filming the finales in like early May. That's insane.
Maybe they need a warm climate.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Maybe they need warm climate, so they're like, yeah, we need to be in the summertime.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like they're not. I feel like they had a plan up to season 5, and now like maybe there's no plan. So the writing process could take a little bit, longer or something.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna start shooting stuff real soon.
I'm really curious to see where they go with this.
Oh, of course. After
With
that
no
cliffhanger.
structure?
With that cliffhanger.
Now there's no series structure though. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, no flashbacks. You mean?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I want straight more time in the present is good.
Yeah.
More time in the present is good.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, should we wrap it up? Yeah.
Sure.
That's episode 3, you guys. We'll be back next week talking about Wonder Woman. Probably like almost the whole episode. Yeah.
We'll see that, and yeah.
We'll let you guys know what we thought. So make sure to tune in next week too. All right.
Later.